Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, children, and welcome to Kardec Radio for Kids and the Spirit Society of Virginia. I am Miss Daisy, and I am here with Miss Luciana, and we have a wonderful, wonderful class prepared for you. Isn't that right, Miss Luciana?
Yes, I'm very curious to know all about those worlds that we are going to learn today.
Oh, yes, we're gonna learn so much about other planets and life in other planets. Isn't that interesting, friends? And this is based in this beautiful book by Luis Hu Rivas titled Inhabited Worlds. So we have much, much to learn. But first, you already know, friends, we need to invite our Master Jesus, our big brother, to join us in a prayer. Prayer is such an important part of our day. Not something that we do just once a week when we are at the center. We should be practicing prayer every day at any time in our lives, when we are at school, when we are at home. So now it's time for us to practice together so you know what to do when you are by yourself or when you are with your friends and family. So, shall we, friends? Let us pray. Dear beloved Master Jesus, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here in another beautiful class. We have so much to learn with you, Master Jesus, because we're still just in the learning stage. But we trust you that you will guide us through the pathway, because we're never alone. You are always by our side, and you send us your messengers of light to be with us in this journey. We pray, dear Master, for all the children around the world, those who don't know yet or don't have access to these teachings, that they can, whenever they are, still feel your presence so close by, knowing that sooner rather than later, they will also get to know of you and about you. And we then ask your permission, Master Jesus, to open this class of tonight. And so be it. So thank you, Miss Luciana. We see you very soon after our video. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy.
Well, I see our friend Gabe here. Hi, Gabe. And look who is here, Master Jesus. And we know Master Jesus, he doesn't come alone, right, friends? He has friends that come along with him. And he tells them, hello. Hi, kids. Welcome and thank you for joining us. So, hi, Gabe. Hi, Virginia. So great to have you here. And let us see what our friends have to say to Master Jesus. They say, thank you for having us, Master Jesus. We're so happy to be here in the class with you. But I think, friends, they have a question. Yes, our friend here has a question. He says, Master, we hear that there is life in other planets. Can you tell us more about it? Oh, wow. Did you knew that? Kids, you knew that there is life in other planets? Wow, that is so cool. Wow, we have so much to learn. So please, Master Jesus, tell us more, because we want to know all about life in other planets today. Master Jesus says, absolutely. So thank you, Master Jesus. We are ready. to learn with you. And he explains to us, each planet is like a grade in school. As we learn to love God and love others, we go higher to higher grades. Oh, wow. Did you know that, friends? So let us think about our planet Earth. It's like we are in a big school, the school of Earth. Wow. And as we learn to love God above all things, yes, we love God above everything else. Wow, Miss Daisy, do we love God above our parents? Yes, we love God above everything else because He's the creator of our lives. Do we love God above our little cute pets? We love our pets, we do, but God is the number one, friends. Yes, He loves us irregardless. He loves us so much, yes, infinitely. And in turn, we love Him back. But we should also learn to love others. Well, that means that we should love beyond just our parents and our friends. We should learn everyone, regardless or where they are or who they are, because we are all brothers and sisters, friends. Wow. Yes, we still have a lot to practice, but let us see what our friends, they also have questions Master Jesus will help us answer. Our friend says, is this why it is so important for us to choose to be kind and help others every day? Hmm, great question, right, friends? Is this why that we should be kind, help others, not only those that are in our families or friends, but if we go around and we see someone on the street, we can give them a bottle of water, something to eat. If we see someone that is playing at school and maybe they trip and fall, we can go there. We can be kind, we can help them, right? So there's so many ways we can apply this. Let us see what our other friend has to ask Master Jesus. She says, whoa, does that mean that one day our planet will be more advanced and happier? What do you guys think, friends? Do you think there will be a day on planet Earth when people love each other, they love God above all things, and our planet will be more advanced and happier? Wow, Master Jesus, we need our help. Tell us more because this is our planet Earth. We want to know what's gonna happen, and only you, Master Jesus, only you can tell us. He says, you got it, friends. When everyone chooses to be kinder and more loving, the Earth will be a happy planet, just like Jupiter. Wow, you knew that, friends? Jupiter. We learned about Jupiter in school. Jupiter is already more advanced. It is considered a happy planet. But you know what? The great news is that we will get there. Yes, our planet Earth, we will get there. But first, we need to do what Master Jesus is telling us. Well, all of us, we need to choose to be kinder and more loving. Wow. Well, Master Jesus knows there's still a lot for us to learn. So he's saying, our friend Mausert will show us how. Wow. Yes, we have a special friend that is joining us today. Our friend Mauser. Let us learn more about the inhabited worlds, about Jupiter, about happy planets, and about our friend Mauser, shall we, friends? So, we'll show you this short video, and then Miss Luciana will be back with you. Enjoy, friends.
Inhabited Worlds by Luis Hu Hivas, narrated by Thomas Almendra. On a beautiful night, Loopy the puppy was walking happily around his house when, suddenly, he heard an ambulance pass by with its siren on. He started barking non-stop. He thought how fun it could be if, instead of just barking, he could sing. Who knows? Maybe he could even play a musical instrument. Can puppies be musicians too? Wondered Loopy. That night, Loopy fell asleep imagining how great it would feel to play the piano at a concert. Suddenly, he heard a strange sound that woke him up. Who could be playing music at this hour? Asked Loopy. And this melody, it's so beautiful. Where's it coming from? The puppy had heard this type of music, classical music, before, and this piece in particular seemed quite familiar. Looking for the source of the music, Loopy left his little house only to be met with an enormous spaceship, steered by a friendly little mouse from space. It looks like you liked my music, said the mouse. I liked it a lot, but who are you? Asked Loopy. You can call me Mouseart, replied the mouse. Would you like to visit my world and listen to its beautiful melodies? But of course, replied Loopy, excited about the invitation. Loopy had never imagined that one day he would travel in a spaceship, much less one steered by a friendly mouse musician. Through the window, he watched everything with great curiosity. Buckle up, said Mouseart. Let's get to know my planet. On the way, while observing the planets of the solar system, Mouseart commented, All worlds are inhabited, Loopy. In some worlds, its inhabitants have more material bodies, and in others, less material. During the trip, Loopy thought, if the name Mouseart comes from mouse, what will the names of other great musicians on this planet be? When they arrived at Jupiter, Loopy was surprised, finding everything very beautiful and modern. What a lovely planet, said Loopy, in awe. Welcome to my planet. Everyone here is happy and loves to help, said Mouseart. We see the love of God present in all of nature. On Jupiter, Loopy heard melodies more beautiful than those on Earth, and he wanted to know which instruments were used to perform them. Here, the melodies lift the soul. They are divine, explained Mouseart. The puppy observed that the musical instruments were actually plants and birds, and that Jupiter's composers were able to create music with their thoughts alone. Loopy wondered if there were other worlds where he could make friends that looked, well, a little different. Each inhabitant has a body suited to their planet, said Mouseart. On planet Earth, fish have fins to swim in the ocean, birds have wings to fly in the sky, and you, Loopy, have legs to run on solid ground. Loopy seemed to understand, but curious about the inhabitants of Jupiter, asked how old they were. Would you like to know how long you can live on a world other than Earth? Asked Mozart. Yes, replied Lupi. Mozart explained that on lower planets, life is short, but on higher planets, it is much longer, around 300 to 500 years. Believe me, I'm very happy here, said Mozart. There are planets more advanced than Earth, where everyone lives in peace. Lupi thought about how wonderful it would be when Earth would have beauty, friendship, and good music, just like that world. One day, Earth will be a happy world like this, when its inhabitants learn to truly love each other, said Mozart. Its destiny is in your hands. The incredible journey then came to an end. Mozart took Lupi back home, and the puppy happily asked, "Can I call you whenever I want?" "Of course, you and all the other musicians on Earth," replied Mozart. "I would be very happy to visit you and inspire the creation of beautiful melodies." Lupi said goodbye to his friend from the nearby planet, with the desire to meet him again and with hope that, one day, all beings from all planets would be seen as brothers and sisters. Now, happy to know that there are musicians on other worlds, Lupi went to go listen to the music that his friend Mozart had left him as a gift. He said to himself, "Good songs help us have good dreams." The end.
Hello, friends. What a beautiful movie we watched, huh? Mozart, such a special mouse that came from another planet and show us that really exists life in another planet. Weren't you guys curious and very interesting to learn there's so many different planets and each planet has a different type of life? Wow, I was really impressed. And I wonder when we'll be able to meet all these brothers and sisters of ours that are in this different planet. I'm so excited. And our friend Mauser said that those worlds has different people, like different spirit with different bodies, so they will look like different than us, right? And we always talk about Jupiter and we want to go to Jupiter. And then Mauser came and gave a little glimpse to us to show us how is Jupiter and how beautiful are the music that they are there, right? So we are excited to learn about many things, especially that there are lives in other places, that are different type of music, different type of living beings over there. I'm so impressed, and even our friend is really impressed seeing that every planet has different inhabitants. Oh, I wish tonight I can go to visit one of those planets, right? And see how life is actually over there and see everyone living together and trying to be happy and be, like Master Jesus says, more evolved than us because our planet is on this process of evolution to become a happier planet. So Earth is still a planet that are improving, but Mauser come and show us that uh, Jupiter is already a happier planet, and we could see that the music over there was better, it was more enlightening, and our music afford our spirit. So We learn from our mentors that our body also has a music, has a melody, right? So imagine when our body connects with the song from the music of Jupiter or other planets that are more elevated. We'll feel so happy just to being there because we'll be vibrating in the same way, my friends. And he said as well that people live like for 300 to 500 years over there. Wow, how impressed that is. Because nowadays we think that we live too much, but imagine to live 500 years. And for them, as they already evolved and know that our spirit, for them is nothing. It's just more opportunities to be more loving, to be more helpful and kind to all that existed in the planet. They're always happy to help not only like the physical people, the spiritual people, but the planet itself, the nature, everything that exists. As Miss Daisy was explaining to us, everything has a value. Everyone has like this vibrational, the vibration spirit that will help everyone. So we need to pay attention and see what is in our planet that we can do to help, to be kind, to grow. And here our friend is saying, God counts on us to love each other, to bring more beauty and harmony to our planet. So God is counting on us, is on our hands to bring more beauty and harmony to the planet Earth, because we want the planet Earth to evolve, to graduate, to go and become a happier planet. So let's see how we can help there, right? We will help the planet Earth become happier by. Does anyone has something to say? How we can be helping our planet? We have a picture here, and there is a way that we can be helping. Does anyone know anything that we could be saying? Let us wait a second and see if you guys can reply to us. How we can help the planet Earth to be happier. Any idea, friends? I see Gabe, I see Virginia. Do you guys have any idea to share how we can be happy helping the planet? Let us think. I see 2 friends and a dog. Wow, let us see. What can it be? All right, friends. Let us see what our friend is saying. It's saying, it's saying to us, being a good friend and helping everyone. So Jesus, God, our creator, the whole planet, the whole community is counting on us to bring this beauty and harmony to this planet. And by being a good friend and helping one another, we'll be doing the mission that we said that we were going to do when we come to the planet. So everyone will be happier, the planet will be happy. So that's why, guys, everything that we do counts. Everything. And there's no secret for God. He knows what we are doing. So we need to do good and help Him in this mission to be a good friend and help the planet to grow. And then we have more. She comes and say, God is counting on us to love each other and to bring more beauty and harmony to our planet. How can we do that, right? bring more beauty, harmony to our planet. Will help our planet to be happier by, oh, look at this. I see nature. Can we help through nature? Can we help with doing something? Friends, I ask you now, how can we be helping our planet? By using some of the images that we can see here. Any idea? Friends on the internet that is watching live, can you say something to us? We can be kind to nature, friends. We can help nature. As we were saying, everyone has a different body, like the fish to live in the water, the bird that has wings to be in the air, and Loopy to be walking on the ground. And we have 2 feet, right? So we can walk on the planet, and 2 hands. So with that, we can do so much to help the planet, especially taking care of nature. By taking care of nature, we are taking care of our planet and of ourselves. Because God, our Creator, gave us this planet in order for us to take care of it, to use but do not abuse of the planet. We need to be mindful when we are using water, especially when we are taking a shower or playing in the summer outside. We should not be wasting water. We can play, but with very good mind, thinking that there are many people that are in need of water in different places. So when we play, we need to be cautious and not being wasteful. And the other way we can take care of our nature is having a plant and watering and taking care, giving nutrients, talking. And if you live in a place that you have trees around you, you can give the tree a hug and feel the loving energy of the tree. And then we can be this exchanging of love that God have gave to us in our heart. So we'll be helping the trees and the nature. So we'll take care. In the home, sometimes we have little vases, and we should send loving energy to the plant and looking it grow and sometimes bloom and have beautiful flowers to make the house happy and like, oh, I want to go and see the flower that I'm taking care for so long. Now they're blooming, they're so beautiful, right? So we can always do something because as we come here to this planet with this physical body, we have hands and feet and mind to think. We have everything that we need to develop, to grow. And once we develop all the faculties, everything that God is telling us to do, we will be able to go to this planet of regeneration, a happier planet than we have right now. So, friends, let us remember we can help God in His counting on us. We can be a good friend, helping one another, and we can also help nature. It is important to take care of nature, right? And as we come to an end, we have our family heart work. This week, we're going to have a fun family heart work because we will say an affirmation, but not only saying, right? We want to bring the family together as God and Master Jesus has been inviting us to be together, loving, cooperating with one another, loving one another. So Why not bring the whole family, our parents, our siblings, our pets, everyone together so we can do this family hard work? And this hard work starts like this. Today, I'll help the planet Earth becoming happier by being loving towards everyone. So when we say that, we'll be loving to everyone. What does that mean? It means that we'll be careful and loving and kind, not only to our parents, to our siblings, to our pet, but also with the friends at school, with the friends at the center, with the people that we meet on the street, when we go to the store, wherever we may be, we will be loving. And we can just be loving by praying for them, sending loving energy, and send a smile. Smiling to people is something that we can bring joy and make people happier. And by doing so, those little tiny things will little by little transform the planet Earth. Isn't that good, friends, to know that a little thing that we can do today can affect so many people, and one day we can transform the whole planet? Wow, God is so good. He gave us such a great mission. So let us try, right? So this week will be loving towards everyone. We be understanding. That means we understand what our parents are saying and why they're saying, and we respect, we listen, we follow the directions to the parents, to the teachers. We listen to our friends as well. And we also forgive others because, friends, always we will make a mistake. Not because we want to, not because we want to be mean. It's just because we are still growing. So we will make a lot of mistakes throughout our life. So it is important for us to learn how to forgive others, because when we make a mistake, these other people can also forgive us because we work together. We are in the same place, evolving, trying to be a Mauser, right? We wanted to get to Jupiter, so we have to go through this process, and there will be a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that people will do or ourselves will do to others that we need to forgive. We got to forgive ourselves as well. So we can be doing my task with joy. Whatever we are supposed to be doing, we do with joy. Not mad. I don't want to do homework. Not now. We want to do with joy because that was going to help us to progress. It will make us really, really happy in the future and in the present because we'll be learning. How else? We can be grateful to everyone in my life. So everyone that is part of the life, online, in person, wherever we connect, we are thankful for them and grateful because everyone share a new experience with us. By being a good friend and helping everyone and being kind to nature is once again, it's important for us to take care of nature because nature brings everything to us. So we have 7 affirmations and 7 tasks for us to do throughout this week. So let us see if we can really feel and do those tasks so we can be happier and help the planet Earth. Ask the help for your family, for your friends, whoever it may be, so you can enjoy and do what it is supposed to do because God is counting on us, friends. Let us help God to change the planet to become a happier planet. And after we do all of this, we can share with the friends here at the SS Virginia. So you can send your affirmation. You can draw something and send to us. We can be creative, do the affirmation, and then draw something about how you did the affirmation to come true, or write it to us telling us, oh, I helped nature today by watering my plant in the house. So there's always something that you can write and share with us, or even take pictures, right, of what you did. That will be nice. So share with us, do the activity, the family hard work. Ask your parents then to share with us, because we're eager to see what you were learning and what you were doing throughout this week. So we are waiting to see what were you doing this week. And now, friends, we come to the end. We come together once again to do this final prayer. We come with Master Jesus to pray and be very thankful of today. Not only today, but everything that fall into place in our life. So let us put everything down and come to this closure and say thank you to God and Master Jesus for bringing us these lessons in which we learn there are many lives all over this galaxy, different planets with different brothers and sisters, with different bodies and shape, and different level of evolution. We ask you, Master Jesus and dear God, to help us in our mission in the planet Earth, to help to become a happier planet. Thank you so very much for providing us this planet with such a beautiful nature, so rich in resources that give us the food that we eat, the paper that we can write and study, the water that we drink, the sunlight that make us warm. Thank you for everything, dear God. And please help us and guide us so that we can fulfill our mission in this planet and help planet Earth to change to the next grade, to the next level, to become this planet of happier and regeneration. So with the permission of the mentors, with permission of God, we close this lesson of today, and so be it. Bye, friends, and until next time, don't forget to share with us what you did throughout this next week. Okay? Bye, friends.